Well, good morning, beautiful souls. I hope everybody is having a bloody amazing day today. Okay, I've been trying to get on here for, a couple weeks now? Maybe a little less. It's just been bonkers. Summer has arrived, in theory. It's been beautiful days, so there's been a lot of people getting stuff done around here. And because we live on a close, it's very loud. And I just couldn't find a quiet place in the house except for to get in my car and drive away, but which I can't do because I'm a full-time carer for my mom-in-law. If you don't know, I left my job in December to do this full-time. She had a stroke and she now lives with us. But how are things going? Well, new perspective on life. Things are going great. I couldn't ask for anything more. Beautiful weather right now. This is England though. It could rain at any moment. But that's okay too because our garden needs it. But how is everybody else doing? How is everybody else feeling? Please let me know in the comments because I am curious to know. As I had stated a little while ago that I've been having like vertigo when things are off or not doing well. Well, I'll tell you, I've felt amazing. I love this feeling, and I'm going to continue to feel like this without the wobbles, without the vertigo, everything like that. I've also had some dental work done, so that's probably helping a bit because I did not know this, that your sinus sacs sit on the roots of your teeth. Well, at least mine do. And when I get sinuses, my teeth just go off the charts. I'm climbing the wall. So, getting some work done. I have had a bit of sinus, but not bad. So, let's keep this going. I'm going to keep the healing going. This is them to get it going. It's up to me to keep it going. Yeah. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out Greg Braden, Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton, all them, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you do need a helping hand, like a triage, and then it's up to you because it gets you in a proper mindset. So I do believe, and society and everybody has, not everybody, because there's people out there like me, have been conditioned to believe that you can't heal yourself. But think of it this way, and I'm going to put it in quite simple terms, and I know I've used this before. If you cut your finger, if you get a paper cut, it will heal. Because we're told that, no, you don't need to go and get 50 million stitches, get all this intervention. Your body will heal it. So let's do it on a grander scale, people. Let's start healing ourselves instead of depending on others to heal us. A lot of times, we had to do it ourselves anyway. But now they're really pushing, you come, we'll give you pills, we'll do this, we'll send you for loads of tests and tell you there's nothing wrong. Or, if you really want, we'll find something. Now, the seeds constantly get planted in people's heads. And I see it over here all the time. And I'm absolutely, it sends me bonkers that if you cough more than once, you could have cancer, but you might not. So it could be good to come and get it checked out. But now you've just planted the seed in someone who's vulnerable. But there's loads of that going on. I get a letter at least once a month for a different ailment. Because you're this age now, you could have this, and this, but you might not, but it's best to come and get it checked out. Are we not over abusing the system? Or is this all one big fuck off money grab? Sorry, I shouldn't have said that, but that's what I believe. Sorry. The medical system is not there to heal people, it's to keep people sick. Now, they're great for triage, don't get me wrong. If, my limb's hanging off, that's the first place I'm going to head because I can't sew it on myself. That sort of thing. But for every little tiny thing, we're not taking responsibility for our own health and saying, why is this going on? Oh, my stomach hurts. Oh, my stomach hurts. Okay. When does it hurt? Does it hurt after, say, you eat something super spicy? Does it hurt after you eat, I don't know, 2 Big Macs and everything else all supersized? We're not looking at that these days. What we're doing is going, oh, every time I eat, this hurts. Does it? Every time? Or is it just when? If it does hurt every time, then you may need to relook your diet and start figuring out, I'm just throwing this out there. I'm not a doctor, anything like that. I'm one that has experienced life, and I am one that has taken responsibility for my life and have done the things I need to do to stop the belly from aching, like keeping food diaries. And I found out if it's very wheat heavy, it hurts my belly. Things like that. All the things that are good for you, they don't want you having like butter, raw milk, eggs. Now, before everybody comes after me, eggs that are fresh from the chicken's butt or from a farm shop that hasn't gone through the blasting of the heat, those are the ones that are good for you. The ones that have gone through the blasting of the heat to keep a long shelf life, those are the ones you got to watch out for. Now, Google this. It's quite interesting. I can't even remember the documentary I watched on it. I think Food Matters. That's a good one. You should check it out. If I can find a link, I'll try and put it down below. But when you start taking that responsibility for yourself and what you eat and how you present yourself, and when I say present yourself, are you presenting yourself as a vulnerable victim, or are you presenting yourself as a strong, independent thinking person who is unique and does not require other people's validations? There's a big difference in that. I see a lot. If you keep focusing on, I hear this, I'm tired of being depressed, I don't want to be depressed. Well, you're constantly focusing on it. So that's what you're getting. So when you focus on that, that's where the energy is going to go, is to that statement. I can run down a whole lot of lists. I don't want to be sad. I'm tired of being sad. So you've got a double one there. Tired, sad. So now you're fatigued and you're also sad. You're just giving it the energy, or the energy's giving what you want. And if you keep saying that, I'm tired of this, I'm tired of that, I'm tired of that, why not try saying, I am happy. I don't know, I can't think of a word. As soon as the camera goes on, it's like, can't think of anything. But you see where I'm going with this. If you're connecting the I am tired of, you're focusing the energy there. If you focus the energy on, I'm full of energy, I am happy, I love life, everything's great. In the moment when you live, everything is great, unless you're going through in a moment something horrific, then it's not. In general, I'm just speaking in general because I don't want people to get the wrong impression. We all do go through shit in life. It's how we handle it when we come out of it. A lot of people will live in it for years and years and years. A lot of people will come out and go, hey, that is one life lesson I've learned. I've got to move forward. That's in the past. It's over with. I'm not living that moment over and over and over again. But a lot of people do, because they keep bringing it up and focusing the energy on it. Now, please don't say, some people have trauma. We all have some sort of trauma. We all have a story. Nobody has a perfect life. Just remember that. People may say they do, but there's something that has happened in their life, something traumatizing maybe. Who knows? It's a hard one. Now, one of the things I'm really trying to pull myself back on is the no judgment part when I look at somebody or I see something from my past experiences, bringing it forward. And that way I can get a clearer picture of what's going on in that person's life without clouding it with my judgment or my ego or my experience. Because judgment equals emotion. So you've been there. Ooh, this is going to happen again. It's not, because that person is different than whatever situation you were in a while ago. Unless it's the same person doing the same shit over and over again, then you know what to do. It's send your love when I'm gone. But I see a lot of judgments being made without thought to anything in that person's life, because every story is different. You may lead parallel lives, but it's different people influencing those experiences, yada, yada, yada. A good example, I was in the grocery store, and I'm sorry, you can't help but notice that if someone is extremely obese, and I have nothing against it because I'm a chunky monkey, but I'm working on that, and I know where my chunky monkeyness comes from, because it is something in my past, and I'm trying to get there to figure out where it all kicked off. I will, though. I will. But I would say she was well over 600 pounds, and my heart just opened up to her, because I thought, what trauma have you had in your life that you've put up that personal wall? I didn't think, oh, good Lord, look at the size of her, or, oh, look what she's putting in her cart. Yeah, none of that. My heart went out to her, not for, you can barely walk, you've got an oxygen tank, but for that unresolved issue in her life that has caused that defense mechanism to go up. And that happens a lot. And people say, oh, it's my genes, it's my genetics. No, don't give me that shit. It's not. Seriously, it's not. Now you can say, oh, so-and-so has this obesity gene. Please show me the research. If somebody has it, I'll be willing to look at it, because I'm open to it, willing to accept it. I think I've only heard of one person, and I think they called it the Neanderthal gene, and he's since died. I can't even remember which talk show host did a thing on him. But no matter what he does, his body is hanging on to the fat. It won't let it go for when famine comes. But that's only been one person that I've ever heard of that happening. Now, that might have changed since then, because back in the day, that's what they thought. But back in the day, and I'm talking my day, not young folk day, that it wasn't well known or even talked about the trauma that people go through, and how people use food as a comfort mechanism, or carry a lot of weight as a protection from something, from somebody getting close or somebody loving them, who knows? Because it's their story, and you can't put your judgment or opinion on their story. But what you can do is have compassion and empathy, not sympathy and patronizing. Compassion and empathy that something has happened in their life that has caused this. And some people may say, well, I just eat a lot. Yeah, so do I, because it's a comfort, because something traumatic has happened in my life that I've not dealt with. I gotta find it, though, because it's one of many. Oh, well. It's life. We're all going to get through it, and we're all going to go forward. But it's how we get through it and go forward. Let's do it happy and joyful, and, let's not dwell on the negative or the angry or anything like that. Okay, my lovelies, I am going to get off here, because I am seriously in need of a coffee. I was going to have one and have it like I'm having a coffee with you. But instead, I'm going to go make my coffee now. Okay. You know what I'm going to say? Be kind, be love.